Hey, and here we are after the arena in Pandemonium. Today I'll be doing a video on how I do PvP as a chanter. I had a suggestion on my YouTube account saying to do a video about my experiences leveling up through PvP. So I thought it was a great idea. So I thought I'll do this video on it. And yep, I am level 18. So if I leveled up to 19, I would have my new skills, but maybe I will do soon. So I will meet you inside the arena, and we will see how we get on. So here we are inside of the arena. This fight is against a level 19 chanter. So two healers fighting against each other. The fight's going to go on for a while, and this fight actually lasts about 10 minutes. So I'll show a bit of it and skip to the end. While this is going on, I'll just talk about my views and my experiences inside of the arena. If you're not familiar with the arena, it's just a small, compact area where it's just free for all. You go in, you can't group up inside, but you can group up outside. And you go in, you can kill anything, fight anyone. And yeah, that's basically it. But my experiences inside of the arena is most of the time there is a big group of the same legion, and anything that goes in, all of them just attack it, and you have no chance unless you get another big group and fight against it. So that's generally what it is. So it's not usually full because there's always groups in there, so people get put off and don't go in. So it's quite hard to actually find the arena in a good state. But when it is in a good state, when there's not groups, or there's just a couple of groups, but they're not ganking everyone, they're just fighting each other, and there's quite a few people, your level, lower level, higher level, then it's fun, because then you can pick your fights. You know, you can go for your own level, maybe a lower level think, oh, I could take him on, and then fight you, and then, so yeah, that's when it's really fun, and you can make new friends, and find out how PvP works on other characters. So, yeah, so I'll skip to the end of this fight, and show you who won. Here we are at the end of the fight, and what happened was my mana points dropped, and I didn't have I did have potions, but because the fight was going on for so long, I just thought I would just let my mana points just go, and I died. But not to worry, because I can just go back in and it's all good. So next few clips I will be talking about how I fight as a chanter. So here we are, and we are fighting another chanter, but this time the chanter is level 16. But I have got a reason for showing another healer on healer fight, and that's because I want to go through my tactic on fighting a healer. And at the start I'm going to go through if you're a healer and you're fighting another healer. So as you can see here, this is a tactic I use, and basically you got to think around what the healer does, because all the healer does is fight a bit, hit on you, and then heal himself up. And his HP doesn't even go, he doesn't let it go past half, generally. So the question I asked myself was, how do I get around this? And it was pretty simple. I just thought about what I would do as a healer, and generally what other healers do. And it's quite a hard tactic to use, because it can take quite a long time, depending on the player you're fighting against, if he likes to heal himself up or not. But if you can get their HP about half or about a quarter, and then your HP is on about half or a quarter, then generally the healer's thinking, or a chanter's thinking at least, is that you have to kill them off before they heal themselves off again. And because their health is low, that's generally what that you would think. So in a way, getting your health low is by you're sort of tempting them not to heal themselves and to hit on you. So then it's just a matter of skill, really. But what you have to make sure you do is keep the hot, any hot on you, if it's a potion, if it's a skill, because that will give you an advantage. Obviously if they've got a hot on them as well, then it equals it out. But obviously if you really do need to heal yourself up, then heal yourself up. But I've done this many times, and it does come to a close fight, but it does speed up the fight, and it does help you win, basically. So I'll skip to the end of this fight and show you who won. Right, here we are at the end of the fight, and unfortunately, what happened was we both was at low health, like I said before, but then another friend or just another person thought he'll take the advantage and help out the little guy and try to beat on me, so I had to heal myself up. But because he can't hit very hard on me, he generally was just healing himself, which is fair enough really, because that's probably what I would have done. But here I'm assuming that he either run out of mana points or was just trying to get away, so I ended up just beating down on him until he died. But if you try out that tactic for yourself, then it does work, but it does take a little bit of refining and getting used to. Level 18 gladiator. I'm just going to go over a simple tactic that I use to heal myself up without being interrupted or being taken any damage, so I get the maximum effect on my heal. So what I'll do at the start of the fight, I would try to run from side to side as much as I can whilst attacking, or auto-attacking. So as you can see, the arrows around my character, they mean that they're going to increase my dodge rate and my parry rate, so I have more chance basically of losing less health. And so the heal tactic, what I would do is that I would run out of the fight, I would hit my flight button, I would try to fly up a few feet out of their hit range so they can't hit me while I'm in the air. Then I'll hit the heal, and that will give me enough time usually to heal myself without being interrupted or without taking any damage. And it does generally work unless you get a good player who just anticipates all your moves straight away. So yeah, the rest of the fight is quite easy really. As you can see, my heals generally didn't work. I think that's the only heal just then that actually did work. Obviously I've got my hots on as well, but I think this gladiator was generally thinking more about movement rather than about beating down on me, so I just ended him really quickly. But I have got another fight against the same gladiator, and he does do a lot better, and it's a lot harder for me. So I'll show that one and just see how we get along. So here we are again, and this gladiator has asked me to refight him, so of course I accepted. For some reason at the start of the fight, the gladiator actually backpedals, so it gives me enough time to get a smite in there. And as you can see, what I usually do is go from side to side, try to get as much chain skills and as much auto attacks as I can in right at the start of the fight. And usually around now I would hit my flight button and do that healing tactic, but this time I thought I'll just stay on the floor and try to beat him as best as I can. And for this fight I tried not to heal myself up as much, just to give the gladiator a bit more chance, because I do think the healing classes are overpowered. So as you can see, our health is generally at the same. He hits a speed increase skill and starts just running circles around me, but luckily I just retaliate and just hit him where I can. I do heal myself up, as you can see, but it's generally just so I can win the fight, because of course, why not? Generally melee classes tend to, for example, if he stunned me now, then I would probably lose the fight. But of course it went the other way, I stunned him and I won the fight. So in that sense it was a close fight, because if he got the stun then I wouldn't have been able to heal myself or do any damage, so he would have definitely got the win. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please rate and comment, subscribe if you wish. You've been watching Chanter.